Hello there, welcome to another pocket build video. Today's video is quite a bit different than my normal videos because today I built a whole project in one video instead of a series. The name of the project is the Temple of the Golem, if you didn't already knew that because of the title of the video. It's gonna be focused on the Aztec temple theme in the game. I personally only used this theme once before in Marjona, but that completely failed, so that didn't turn out in a video. But this time it did. It actually turned out to be my first ever finished project in this game, and I'm pretty happy with the end result as well. I did take a lot of inspiration from the featured world items by Nitovani, I hope I pronounced that right. You can also see me building the island itself here, which I normally never do on camera, but I thought, why not? It wouldn't be building a whole project in one video if I wouldn't show the whole project in the video, right? Also, if you're wondering how much this is sped up, it's sped up 4 times. I don't actually build at this speed, in case you were wondering. Talking about speed, I want to thank you all for how fast my channel's been growing lately. At the time of recording, I still have 127 subscribers, and 1/3 of that is from the last 4 weeks. I'm also stunned by the amount of views on Foxville episode 1. At the time of recording, it's only 3 weeks old and already has over 1,000 views. So it's probably even gonna overtake Nesta episode 1, which is at the time of recording at 1.7 thousand views. It is also some sad news for my channel. Nesta is paused because every time I try and load it up, it crashes. Hate Fortress is paused as well, because I really don't know what to build there. If you have any suggestions for that, please leave them in the comments. As you can see here, I expanded the island a bit because I thought it was too small. And I was right in the end because I ended up filling the whole island. Talking about building islands, I am gonna start another series soon where I'm just gonna be building islands instead of building houses on islands. And the name will be public once I finished it, and you can just build your own things on there. That's the whole idea of that series. Don't know what's gonna be called yet, but it's gonna be starting soon. But back to the things I'm building here. As you can see, I'm experiencing a few bugs and glitches, which was really annoying. Don't know why that is, because my cliff edges thought that they were on the landmass behind them, but they actually weren't. And here in a few seconds you will actually see some landmass clipping into each other, which was kinda annoying. I experienced a lot of bugs while building this project here. This is also just the first Let's Build project in one video. I'm also planning on building something with the Monarch theme. That's most likely gonna be a castle. I also have some plans for something with the Goblin theme. So do I have some plans for the winter theme. As you can see here, I'm placing some cliff edges down because I want to have some hills on the island, because I didn't want it to be all flat. And I also want to have some hills for the temples to stand on, so that they would stand out a bit more in the landscape. And I really avoided to have them just be a square. It turned out pretty well, I think, in the end, because as far as I remember, I didn't have one single square hill. At least a complete square. Some of the hills do look kinda squarey, if that's an actual word in English, because I'm really not that good in English yet. I still gotta practice a lot because my first language isn't English. My first language is Dutch. I'm still pretty young, so I have some time to learn. But as you can see here, I started placing down some temples. And now I'm actually expanding the hill because the temple was too big for it. And I do have quite some trouble actually managing it. So I actually ended up using some one-tile terrain pieces, which I normally never do to avoid frame drops, because they are quite tiny, and if you use a lot of them you will get some frame drops, especially on a quite an device, or just not a highly advanced device. Even though an iPad Air 2 is pretty darn advanced if you ask me. It's pretty good, especially for games as pocket build. Only the newest iPhones are stronger than this thing. but still experienced a lot of lags and things like Nesta, so that's pretty unfortunate. I did also write a story for this project, let me just read it out loud for you. Once upon a time, on a tiny island, in the middle of the sea, there was a small civilization called the Saltu. They were happy on their island, but there was one thing missing, and that was a leader. But the Saltu couldn't agree on who the leader should be, so they instead came up with their own leader. They carved out a huge stone statue and put it onto the highest hill of the island, so that he would see everything that happens on the island. After a while, the Saltu started looking at the statue as a god, and that's where it all went wrong. They started building temples as a tribute to the statue. Those temples to replace the temples that were built for the actual gods. This pissed off the gods, and so they decided to send an evil spirit to the island. The most evil spirit and the most cruel spirit of them all. His name was Morton, the spirit of death. Morton took control of the statue and brought it to life. He let the statue go on a rampage and made it erase every single living creature on the island. But what Morton didn't realize was that the statue was stronger than him. Once it killed everyone on the island, it even killed Morton. And even today, the statue is still walking around, looking for a purpose, not knowing what to do, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of the Temple of the Golem. For now, I'll leave you alone with the music, so I'll see you in the real-time section then.
crushing weight, I'm sinking. It never goes away. The thinking that comes in empty rooms, decaying, alone to face the rest of me. What the hell is wrong with me? Why am I torturing myself? Memories like a piece of fire sent from hell. Letting my cut nod in my spine, I feel distracted all the time. Like you knew you would find me all about this. Wrong with me? Why am I torturing myself? Fixated on these memories, like a prisoner inside a cell. Letting my cut nod in my spine, I feel distracted all the time. Nothing is for the say, I don't wanna listen to it. Feeling it deep with the pain, I slowly sink into it. Consider questionable things to try to get me through it. I'm trying to push it away, but they always give it to it. I'll feel the taste of the rain and finally altitude it. Washes this all away. Washes this all away. Washes this all away. This crushing wave, I'm sinking. It never goes away. The thinking echoes in empty rooms are saying, time to erase the rest. Time to erase the rest. inside your head? Is it all the words that you cannot say? Does it fill you with regret? Or do you feel some things are best left unsaid? It's all I can do, so I excuse everything that comes around. What I would give to speak the truth. The breaking point is coming soon. Far too long I've seen you abuse everything you ever had. What I would give to
Well, here we are in the real-time section. I hope you enjoyed the time-lapse. As you can see, it turned out pretty well in the end. If you want to check it out for yourself, it's called Temple of the Golem, and my username is Hydra Gaming in caps. It could also be in the featured world section. Don't know if it's there yet when this video goes out though. And as you can see, I made 3 different temples, with this one slightly bigger temple in the middle, and this temple, which has some skulls in it and some other body bones and stuff. And I also made this little temple, which once was an altar, but it's kind of overgrown and stuff because no one really did maintenance on it. You probably already noticed, but the sides are a little bit blank and stuff. There's not really much foliage there, but that's because there are really not that many different jungle trees. I only used 3 different trees because the rest of the trees didn't really fit the theme. But that was pretty much all I wanted to say. I hope you enjoyed the cinematic shots, and I'll see you later. Bye!